Hi! I was not planning on making a video today at all, so I'm kind of flying by the seat of my pants here, and I've already prepped the food, but I just made these jackfruit crab cakes that are out of this world, and I had to stop everything and show you how to do it, because this was my last bit of jackfruit. I don't have any more, so I want to show you now while I have it. It's so good. And of course I didn't use a recipe, but I'll tell you everything that's in here, and it's easy enough that you don't have to use a recipe, in my opinion. I don't really use recipes much unless I'm baking, but this is so fabulous. You have to try it. I just had that. If you saw my jackfruit video, this is the same can of jackfruit. I only used like a half a can for that. This is only a half a can. It makes a lot. I've already had 3 crab cakes, little ones. They're so good. And I'll tell you what's in it. So I did a flax egg with some ground flax and water, about 2 tablespoons of the ground flax, and then I just put water on it. I didn't measure it. You know, it gets a certain look, and then you let that sit for 10 minutes and it gets that eggy texture to it, and that's what binds everything together. Then I put in the crab. It was drained. I had it stored in the fridge. It had already had all the brine rinsed off. And then I patted it down with a paper towel and put that in here. And took out any seeds. And then I added some gluten-free breadcrumbs, some celery seed, some of that Cajun seasoning I like, not a lot, just a little bit, some dill, and some onion powder, and celery seed, and salt and pepper. That's it. That's all that's in this. And this is what it looks like. I didn't do any measuring. I just added until it seemed like it looked good. And then you put it in the fridge and you let it get cold. And then you form these. And I did small ones. Oh yeah, All right, I've got the skillet already hot. And so, where was I? If I wasn't just throwing this together by the seat of my pants, I would have added some corn, some frozen corn and some celery, but this was so good without it. We're just gonna carry on with what I've got here. And some other time I'll show you from start to finish, okay? But it's so easy that you can just do it. And I'm always telling you guys, if you're in the mood for something, go into your pantry and experiment and throw something together. And I had this jackfruit in the fridge. I was like, well, I better use it up because I got more food coming next week, and I just wanted to use stuff up. But this is what you make if you have a craving. This is not a health food. It's kind of junky. I mean, I consider it a little bit junky because of the oil, but there's nothing really bad in this. The bread is processed. This is made from rice. So it's not like a health food, but it's better than going to a restaurant. And if you want to celebrate summer and you want your crab cakes, you can make really good crab cakes at home for way cheaper than if you use crab, right? So this is what the patty looks like. And you make sure your skillet's hot with the oil so that it makes that sizzle when you first put it on. And it's so manageable, right? I mean, it's really easy to work with. That's that flax egg that holds everything together. But look, and it looks like crab. I mean, the jackfruit looks just like it. Yeah, aren't they sweet? Okay, and I'll do one more. I just don't want to eat all these because I already had 3 of them. So good. And then I'll show you how to make homemade tartar sauce. So these are pretty small, and I still have a lot left. Okay, so that's how much I have left. And this was just half a can. So I got a lot of mileage out of this 1 can of jackfruit, 2 different dishes and lots of stuff. Okay, so while the crab cakes are cooking, and they don't take long at all, we are going to, I prefer cashew mayonnaise that I make myself, but this is avocado mayonnaise, vegan, from the store. Just using it. Sometimes we just improvise, right? So I don't measure this either. I'm just putting about that much. And then we're making a tartar sauce. Did I already say that? I got a lot of balls in the air today. I got a meeting in like 20 minutes, so I'm trying to hurry. Sorry. Okay, little pepper, little salt. I still have this out because I made some earlier. And then just some organic pickles. And you This is like quick and easy. You can make your tartar sauce fancier, but there's no need to because it totally works. Yeah, so with the cashew mayo, you definitely have a healthier thing going here. So just chop these up. So this is done. So after you chop up your pickles, just add them to your mayo. And then I can't get enough dill, so I'm putting more dill here. Okay, and then you just mix it up. And now you've got your tartar sauce. And it's that simple, and boy does this taste good on these crab cakes. This is one of the best things I've made all summer. I'm so stoked about this. This is why I had to stop everything and show you, because it's so good. I'm gonna have to get some more jackfruit. But this is kind of, for me, food like this is kind of a special occasion food. So for me, this would be a meal where maybe I would have this and some coleslaw and some corn on the cob. That would be perfect. That would be so perfect. That would be trifecta right there of summer stuff. And I'm probably gonna do it because I got some cabbage. I don't have any corn on the cob, but I got the cabbage. And this will go really, really well with cabbage. So let's go over there and see what they look like cooked, okay? All right, this is what they look like in the pan. Just using my carbon steel pan. It's getting a little hot here. This one is a little bit bigger than I like normally, but that's okay. That's probably a normal size. I just make all my stuff small so that I can have more. And I kind of smash them down a little bit. Okay, and I think they're ready to flip. So just, oh yeah, that's perfect. Oh, it's so perfect. See, I mean, that took a lot and did not fall apart. And I've got my heat on low to medium. All right, so these have just been on here a few minutes, not long. And we're going to take them, put them over there, because I like to blot off the fat. And our last one. Okay, so that's what they look like. Okay, so we'll put the big one on the bottom. I blotted them off to get as much fat off as I could. And there they are. Aren't they pretty? But we're not done. Everything smells so good. I wish you could smell it. I wish you could taste it. So then we're just going to put a dollop of our tartar sauce. And we're going to put some fresh dill, because fresh is better, on top. Oh, you guys, please leave a comment and tell me if you make this, okay? Or if you're going, even if you're going to make it. And that's what they look like. Yum. This is like restaurant quality right here. It tastes just like I got it at a restaurant. I've had a lot of crab cakes in my life. I love crab cakes. One of my favorite things, and I just thought I'm never gonna have crab cakes again. And I can now. I can totally have crab cakes. I don't know if I wanna say it tastes just like them, but it's very, very close. It doesn't have any kind of fishy taste or anything like that. A lot of people use this seasoning called Old Bay. I don't have any of that, but I think it's just celery seed and paprika, which I got myself, but I'm not sure. It says other spices. So maybe that would make, if you want a more fishy, or you can put some dulse in there. I use this Maine Coast sea vegetable. I've been buying their stuff for years and years. And so if you wanted some of that more of a fishy flavor, you could put some of this. I didn't even think of it, but maybe I'll try it next time. It's not really fishy, it's just sea vegetables, and you get some iodine from that. Okay, so there we have it. There is your jackfruit crab cakes. All right, so there's one more thing I want to show you. In keeping with summertime, I've fallen madly in love with this tea. You know I love tea, right? Well, I recently gave up caffeine, And there's this tea company, it's called Arbor Teas, and it's all organic. And their tea is really, really good. It's high quality. So this is the medium size bags. I got a bunch of them because I was like, well, this is how I break bad habits, is I immediately substitute, right? I was like, well, I'm giving up the caffeine, so I'm gonna get some really high quality tea that I love, so I don't feel deprived, right? And so I got several different ones. This one's called Butterfly Pea Lemongrass. It's blue, and it's really fun. It tastes like Fruit Loops. And this is the one I'm out of my mind over here. It's Peach Rooibos. So I learned this from Arbor Teas, that you say it rooibos, right? That word, R-O-O-I-B-O-S, rooibos, okay? And so I just taped the label on there. Oh, this is what it looks like. And it has this beautiful amber color, just like any other rooibos tea. It's got that pretty color in the cup. And it really smells like peaches, and it really tastes like peaches, and it's perfect for the summer. And you can do iced or hot. I've done both. Crazy about it. Arbor Teas, I'm not affiliated with them in any way at all. I just think they're a really good company, like a stand-up company. These are compostable. I've been buying their stuff for years and years, and it's just so good. It's always good. I'm never disappointed. I never had a single issue. And I haven't bought from them in a long time because I was hooked on that Tazo chai. No more of that. Like, the loose is so much better. It's a treat. It's more expensive, but it's so much better. No microplastics, and is a really good, like, mom and pop company, and I love supporting companies like that. So Peach Rooibos. And then you can make a pot of that iced. You have your crab cakes, your corn on the cob, and your coleslaw, and you have a feast, a summer feast, right? Total summer feast. I never get tired of food. It's so exciting. Okay, so that's all I got for you today. I adore you, and I hope you leave a comment, and I'll see you real soon, okay? Happy healing.